Hello again, dear students. My name is Rodrigo Lasso Campo, your English teacher, and this is EasEnglish, your English learning program. As usual, I'm here to present a new lesson. This time, it is lesson 218, part 1 in Curso Básico Level 1. The title of the lesson is In the Mountains. In the Mountains. And in this lesson, we are going to be dealing with some animals that live in the mountains. For example, here are a rabbit, a kind of bear, and a chipmunk, three of the kinds of animals that we are going to see and talk about in this lesson. Again, just like in other lessons, we are going to read the content of the lesson the first. Then we are going to make some comments, and some questions will be asked and answered. Let's get ahead. The small striped chipmunk lives in the mountains. Does anything else live in the mountains? Yes, the small gray squirrel lives in the mountains. Does anything else live in the mountains? Yes, the small furry rabbit lives in the mountains. Does anything else live in the mountains? Yes, the small sly fox lives in the mountains. Does anything else live in the mountains? Yes, the big, strong eagle lives in the mountains. Does anything else live in the mountains? Yes, the big, proud deer lives in the mountains. Does anything else live in the mountains? Yes, the big hungry bear lives in the mountains. Does anything else live in the mountains? Yes, many animals live in the mountains. Can you name these animals that live in the mountains? The end. As you can see, lesson 218 is about some animals that live in the mountains. Here is a chipmunk. The writer says chipmunks live in the mountains. A chipmunk is small and striped. You can see it has some stripes on it. The writer also asks if other animals live in the mountains. The answer is yes. And here is an example of other kinds of animals living in the mountains. This is a small gray squirrel. Gray squirrels live in the mountains too. Again, the writer asks if other animals live in the mountains. The answer is yes. This is a rabbit. It is described as being small and furry. The writer says rabbits live in the mountains too. This is a fox. It is described as being small and sly. The writer says that foxes live in the mountains too. Deer are described as being big and proud. One more time, the writer asks if other animals live in the mountains. And again, the answer is yes. This is a bear. Bears live in the mountains, the writer says. This one is described as being big and hungry. Are you hungry? How do you behave when you are hungry? Maybe you don't live in the mountains, but you have probably gone to the mountains. What animals have you seen in the mountains? Do you like the mountains? Do you like the animals there? To sum up, let me say that chipmunks, gray squirrels, rabbits, foxes, eagles, deer, and bears, among other animals, live in the mountain. Every animal is described differently. In the order they are presented, chipmunks are described as being small and striped. The kind of squirrel presented in this lesson is gray. Rabbits are described as being furry. Foxes are described as being small and sly. Eagles are described as being big and strong. Deer are described as being big and proud. And last, bears are described as being hungry and big. Well, dear students, I guess this is all about this lesson. Then I've gotta go. It's been nice to see you again. Thank you for listening, and I will see you some other time soon. Goodbye.